make this card, I have a piece of Color Me Autumn Designer Series paper. This is from the Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog 2014. It's double-sided. We're going to use this side. This piece of Designer Series paper is cut at 4 by 5 1/4 so that it fits perfectly on my Pear Pizzazz card base, which is cut at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of early espresso cardstock that I punched out using my 2 3/8 circle punch, scallop circle punch. I have a scrap piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and I've punched out a piece of Fairy Vanilla cardstock using my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Using my Cajun Craze cardstock, I used my Modern Label punch to punch this piece out. The other pieces I have are the bird and a wing cut from the bird punch. And then with the owl punch and a piece of Fairy Vanilla, I've simply cut out just a little bit of the owl because I just want the little tip of his little foot is all that we want. So let me go ahead and put this together using my snail adhesive. Position that onto my card. We'll get the stamping done now. I'm using the Gift Thanks from the And Many More stamp set. I love this stamp set. It's fantastic. There's a lot of stamps in here. There's 23 expressions in here. So taking my early espresso ink pad, I'm just inking up the Gift Thanks, pushing it down. Oh, it's a bit smudged, so we'll turn it over and do it again. Perfect. Right, now that's cut, I'm going to cut right in the center so that I can make my little banner. And I'm going to sponge these pieces using a piece of my Stampin' Sponge and the Early Espresso. I don't have to sponge it all the way because that's going to get trimmed anyways. We'll set that aside. Now, the next bit is the Modern Label punch. We're going to simply cut that in half. Sponge that. Everything looks better sponged. It adds a bit of dimension. You can set that aside. Next, we're going to take our bird and we're just going to decapitate him a bit. Sorry about that. I know. Sad, sad, sad. Sponge the bird. Set that aside. Sponge the wing. And then this little tiny foot that we cut, we're going to sponge that as well. Alright. Now it's just a matter of putting it together. Alright, I'm putting a little bit of snail on that piece of the Modern Label punch, and I'm going to put it just down on the bottom of my circle like that. I'm going to add some snail behind my bird, and I'm going to tuck him just under like that. Actually, we could probably move this up a bit. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to put my wing on, and I want to put the wing on so that the little tip is coming up from the bottom. You see, if it's down this way, it's got the curved end. I want it to go that way. And then just put that on here, like so. Now we're going to trim off this little foot. It's a little tiny little piece, so I'm going to use my 2-way glue pen to attach it onto the tip of the wing. Just like that. So you can see we've got a turkey going on. And then I've already taken my white baker's twine and I've tied an itty bitty bow. So let's trim that off. I'm going to use a glue dot to attach that. I've got a glue dot behind there. So that bow hides the seam of where you've added that little foot. So cute, my goodness. And I'm going to sponge around the circle. Probably better to have sponged this before I started sticking things on, but that's all right. Snail behind there. There we go. Put that onto my scallop circle. And before we put that down, we need to put this on as well. Da, 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 da. Just like that. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to curve that banner a little bit. I like the dimension that makes. Put it on my card. Ta-da! And it's done. Really, really cute. I just loved the little turkey, and he's actually on there crooked, so let's reposition that a little bit. There we go. So I hope you give that a try. I just thought it was so cute with Thanksgiving. I had to quickly make this. So thanks for watching. Happy stamping!